Hi, it's Mr. Mabbutt here. Okay, maths time. Let's get started. So, what we're going to do is we'll play a number game to start with. So, I've got my 1 to 50 number grid here, and the game is guess my number. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some clues, and what you have to do is work out what my number is. Okay, so guess my number. I am more than 20. Okay, so have a look on your 1 to 50 grid. Think about which numbers are more than 20, greater than 20. Remember those crocodiles always eat the biggest number. It's a number that's going to be bigger than 20. So looking down on that end of the number grid, I am less than 32. Okay, so find 32 in your number grid. Put your finger on it. It's less than 32, more than 20. Okay, so you should have a bit of an idea of where you're looking. I have 3 10s and 0 1s. Which number am I? Have you guessed? That's right. It was the number 30. Okay, so one definitive answer this time round, not more than one answer as we did last time, but one answer. Okay, so well done if you guessed it right. If you didn't, well, see how we get on with the next one, because here we go. We've got another one coming up. Guess my number. I am a number less than 40, but I am more than 30. I have 8 ones. Which number am I? Okay, so let's have a quick look together at the 1 to 50 grid at the top here. I am less than 40, so there's 40. So it's got to be a number there down, that's any number, so it can't be any number that's greater than 40, but more than 30. So there's 30 there. So looking on our 1 to 50 number grid, it's going to be along that line there. I have 8 ones. Well, the only number that I can see, and about you with 8 ones, is that's right. It was 38 this time around. So the number was 38. Well done if you got that one right. Okay. So next one. Guess my number. I have 9 ones. Okay, so those of you who are thinking already should be looking down your nines column. It's going to be definitely there. I have 9 ones. I am less than 30. So it can't be 39 or 49, can it? I have 2 10s. So you're going to be looking along your 20s row there going along. Which number am I? Did you get it? It was, that's right, 29. Well done if you did. So that was our quick warm up. If you'd like to carry on, you might want to have a go at making up your own guess my number. So what you need to do is you need to pick a number, put it in your head. Then what you need to do is you need to give your grown-up or your brother, your sister, whoever you're playing with, some clues about how they can find the number. So you could be talking about the tens, you could be talking about the ones, you could be using more than, less than, greater than. Okay, so if you want to carry on with that one, you can play that game at home. Okay, so our learning today, it's going to be about continuing with our previous learning about counting in twos. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at word problems. Now, word problems can be a little bit tricky. So what I thought we did is rather than going all the way to 50, today we're just going to be concentrate working within 20, just so we get confident with the process of working, how we work out word problems. I don't want you to worry too much at the moment about working on bigger numbers or larger numbers, because it's important that we get this right now. Then the challenge today is if we make good progress with those one-step problems, have a go at doing problems where there are 2 steps as well. Okay, some of you might get onto that. Some of you may need to do some revisitation on word problems within 20 with 1 step. Okay, so just like before, it'd be really good if you can get some of these things ready to help your learning. So if you're at home, you might want to pause the video, get your things together. Maybe you've already got them already. Be very impressed if you have. So small objects to count with, just like before, buttons, building blocks, about 20 should be all right today. If you have got a number line to hand, a 0 to 20 number line, that's great. If you want bigger, that's fine. You can still use that. It would be great if you've got your 1 to 50 number grid as well, and anything else like pencils and pens you need. Okay, if you need to grab this stuff, pause the video and unpause when you're ready. So we're going to look at this picture again. We looked at this last session, but I thought it'd be good as a good place to start with, because it's a good way to explain what a word problem is. So There are 5 bikes. How many wheels are there altogether? Now, somebody else explained to me for first step when you're trying to solve a word problem is to find the important numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read that word problem again. I really want you to listen out, just really focus, see if you can find out those numbers for me. Okay, so there are 5 bikes. How many wheels are there altogether? Now, sorry, I give you a tricky one here because you're right, there's only one number there, Mr. Mabbutt. 5, because there are 5 bikes. But you know already, I didn't need to explain to this, that each bike has, that's right, a pair of wheels. So the important numbers that you should have got out that number word problem is the number 5 and the number 2. Okay, so what do we do with those numbers? Well, so what we're doing with that word problem is we are actually trying to work out how many wheels there are altogether. We know there are 5 bikes. We know that each of those bikes has got 2 wheels. So what we're working in is lots of. So what we need to do is we need to use our equipment that we've got to be able to work out what 5 lots of 2 are. Okay. So what we've got here, well, I've got a piece of Numicon. You'll remember those. That's a 2 piece of Numicon there. That's blue, because we're counting in 2s, lots of 2, and also a number line as well. Okay, so let's see what we do. So we need to do with our Numicon. Because we need that. That's a 2. How many lots of that do we need? Well, we know that there are 5 bikes, so we need 5 pieces of Numicon. Okay, each one representing one of those bikes. Then you've got your number line. So what we're going to do is we did last session having a go at jumping on the number line. Now, we know that we're jumping in, that's right, we're jumping in 2s. How many jumps are we going to do? We're going to do 5 because we're going to work out those 5 bikes, 5 lots of 2 are. Okay, so pause the video, have a go. If you've got bricks, buttons, small equipment, use that now. If you've got a 1 to 20 number line, use that and then unpause me. Okay, so how did you get on? So we've got 5 pieces of Numicon here. So let's just check. I hope you've been practicing counting your 2s. So we go together 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and the same with the number line. 1 jump to 2, 2 jumps to 2, 3 jumps to 2, 4 jumps to 2, 5 jumps to 2. So you can see the number that I've landed on each time, counting up to 2s, the number is 10. So 5 lots of 2 are 10. Okay, so another word problem. Tim buys 10 pairs of socks. How many socks altogether? So, important thing. Picking out the important number, there are 10, aren't there? 10 pairs of socks. What are we counting in? Well, we know we're counting in 2s, so we're doing 10 lots of 2. So, again, you might want to get your small equipment to do this. You might want to get how many lots? That's right, 10 lots of 2. You might want to do your usual number line, and how many jumps are we doing? We're doing 10 jumps, and each of those jumps is how big? That's right, 2. Okay, so pause the video, see if you can work it out, and then come back to me. Right, how did you get on? Let's see then. So here I've used the Numicon again. I'm just going to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of Numicon. Each one representing, remember we did that word before, what a representation is, a pair of socks. So 1 pair of socks, 2 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of socks, 4 pairs of socks, 5 pairs of socks, 6 pairs of socks, 7 pairs of socks, 8 pairs of socks, 9 pairs of socks, and 10 pairs of socks. Okay, so you've been practicing your 2s. So let's count together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, that's right, 20. And again on the number line, there are those jumps, 10 jumps of each of 2, 10 lots of 2 are, that's right, 20. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to go and have a go at solving some of the word problems that I've included. If you can't, not got a learning pack, I'm going to put a link next to this video, and you might be able just to put them on the screen and work them out. So see how you get on with solving those word problems. So find the important numbers, and then have a go at solving them. Okay. Right, so you've come back, so you must be ready for a challenge. Let's just move me out of the way there. We're going to try word problems where there are 2 steps. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. All these problems are going to be counted in twos because that's what our main focus is. But I just wanted to have a go at just extending our learning a little bit. So there are 5 bikes. How many wheels are there? 2 more bikes cross the finish line. How many are there now? You might think, whoa, Mr. Mabbutt, that's a load of information you give me. Right, okay. So if you've got a word problem with more than 1 step, what you need to do is you need to solve the first part, then go on to the second part. Okay, don't try and do it all in one go because you can get yourself a little bit muddled. And that happens to grown-ups as well when they try to do too many things at once. So, right, look at this information, a lot of information in this slide. So let's have a look together. What am I saying? So there are 5 bikes. How many wheels are there? So again, like before, what we need to do is we need to work out that problem using our equipment. So there are 5 bikes. So I've done 5 jumps of 2. I've also shown the same one this time around using my 1 to 50 number grid. So I've done jumps. I've done jumps of 2 on my number grid there, and you can see that both show the same thing. 5 lots of 2 are, that's right, 10. Now the second part of the problem carried on. So you need to know that first part. You need to know that 5 lots of 2 are 10, but it says 2 more bikes cross the finish line. So 2 more bikes come along and go across. They join that 5. So okay, what you need to do is from that previous one, you can see we landed on the number 5 lots 2 were 10, and then the 2 more jumps of 10 on top of that. Okay, 2 more additional jumps of 10. So what I've done is I've carried on then. So the blue representing the 2 other bikes across the finish line. So I knew that because I did the first part, 5 lots of 2 are 10. And then what I did is then counted on the extra 2 bikes that went over the finish line, and that got me to, let's see if I'm right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so that's all a 2-step word problem is. It's taking your time, completing the first step, and then working and going on to the second one. That's what we're going to be doing here. Okay, so step 1, 5 lots of 2 are 10. Step 2, 2 lots of 2 were 4. You could combine these. 10 add 4 equals 14, just to help you there if you want to. You can see there that step 1 shown there in a different color, the red, step 2 shown in blue. That's because step 1, 5 lots of 2 are 10, and then I've combined that 2 lots of 2 are 4. That 10 taken from the first one, 4 taken from the one, and 14. That's a slightly different way of looking at it. Okay, but that's showing you that those 2 amounts are combined, adding them together, get 14 altogether. Okay, have a go. Like I say, 2-step word problems are a bit of a challenge, but just give it your best shot, and you'll be a resilient rabbit. If you try, you can. Okay, so I'd love to see how you get on with those. Okay, if you get that done, I've got some more challenges as always. Okay, so here we have 2 people. We have the lovely Lola and we have Okay, so they are talking about camels. Okay, they're talking about camels. Why are they talking about camels? Because this type of camel has 2 humps. Okay, carrying on our theme of counting in 2s. Now, this one is going to be more of a challenge because it's going to go past 20. So you really need that 1 to 50 number grid ready. So Lola and are trying to work out how many humps 20 camels have. Okay, so we've got speech bubbles there to say what the character's saying. Now, Lola thinks that the answer is 50, whilst he thinks the answer is 40. Who is correct? So what you need to do is use your 1 to 50 number grid to check. Now, this is only a 1-step word problem, but it's still a prove it word problem. So you need to prove who is right. Okay, so grab your 1 to 50 number grid and off you go. Okay, that brings us to the end of today's learning. Lots there about word problems and counting in twos. So um, hope that that was okay for you. If you need to, maybe with your word problems, maybe you can make up your own word problems with numbers up to 20 or larger numbers. Maybe you can keep on having a go at solving word problems with 2 steps. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's learning. Well done. That was some tricky stuff today. We will be returning to word problems when we go back to addition and subtraction. Today we've been doing in twos, but we will be going back to word problems. And so that's really good that you've had a go at them today. I hope that some of you tried even a little bit of the 2-step word problems. I hope that that was okay for you. If not, that's okay. We're going to be returning to those again soon. So bye for now.